Last January, with Ipswich Town deep in relegation trouble, they trailed Accrington Stanley for an FA Cup third round game and were beaten in a showing that manager Paul Lambert branded as a disgrace. Now top of League One, Town trailed to Stanley again this Sunday and made lots of changes since that cup defeat. So we take a look at the start 11 from that loss in January. Starting in goal, we had Bartosz Białkowski. The 32-year-old is on a season-long loan at Millwall currently, having almost joined the Lions permanently with a fee of $900k agreed, only for the transfer to collapse at the medical stage. Will he ever play for Town again? We'll have to wait and see. First in defence, we had Jordan Spence, whose Town career came to an abrupt end at Accrington. After that defeat, Lambert said there will be players who will never play again for Town, and it so proved to be for Jordan Spence, who didn't, and he was released at the end of last season. He's still without a club, but the defender is currently travelling the world alongside his actress wife Naomi Scott, who starred in a Disney live-action remake of Aladdin and played a pink Power Ranger in the blockbuster film. Spence has been by her side on the red carpets across the globe, but it remains to be seen where his next football stop will be. Next we have Matthew Pennington, who's on loan at Ipswich for the season from Everton and proved to be one of the better performers in a dismal year. His season was cut short though by an ankle injury, and he returned to Goodison Park after making 31 appearances and scoring 1 goal during his time at Town. He is now at Hull City on another season-long loan for the 2019-20 season, with his contract at Everton expiring in the summer of 2021. Alongside Pennington we had Toto Nsiala, who is the only defender from this game still at the club. He was making his first start for Town under Paul Lambert and went on to make 24 appearances and scored 1 goal during his debut campaign at Portman Road. He sustained a hamstring injury in the first pre-season game against Paderborn, but he's on the road to full fitness and played a handful in under-23s games and made his first start in the Leasing.com trophy against Gillingham. And the final player on defence was Callum Elder, who was making his Town debut after joining on loan from Leicester City. He went on to just make a further 4 appearances for the Blues and returned to his parent club in the summer. He's now with Matthew Pennington at Hull City after he joined them on a permanent deal, signing a 3-year contract. First of the midfield three, we had Andre Lascelles, who of course is still at Portman Road, but struggled to find playing time under Paul Lambert. The homegrown midfielder, who's out of contract next summer, was linked to a summer move to rivals Norwich City, but no formal bid was made. He has since made just 3 league appearances during the 2019-20 season. While Lascelles was struggling to find playing time this season, Downs, who is one of the second of the 3 midfielders that day, is enjoying a fantastic 2019-20 season. During the first Accrington Stanley game, he had to be subbed off after getting booked and looked very close to seeing red. He's had other moments like that since, including being sent off against Cambridge United in that pre-season game after the headbutting incident. Downs has been one of the key players this season in League One, but is a doubt going into the weekend's game against Accrington due to picking up a knock on international duty. The final midfielder that day was John Nolan, who had a tough debut season at Town, but showed glimpses of what play could become towards the end of the 2018-19 season. Unfortunately, he was out injured for most of pre-season and the start of the League One campaign, but has since returned to full action, scoring 2 goals in 6 league games so far. On the right of the front three we had Gwion Edwards, who was another summer signing. He's also showed glimpses of the player he could be last season, scoring on his debut against Blackburn and netting against Norwich. He's since made 10 appearances in all competitions this season so far, but he's a long way away from being the total package. On the left we had Freddie Sears, who at this stage was Town's top goal scorer with 5 goals. Sadly, he was only able to score 1 more goal before he suffered a cruciate ligament injury against Norwich in February, which ended his season. He's now stepping up his recovery though. I know it's a cliche, but he'll be like a new signing when he comes back. And finally up front we had Caden Jackson, who's playing against his former club for the first time since joining the Blues in the summer from Stanley. He had a tough first season at Portman Road as Town relegated to League One and him scoring just 4 goals. But he's currently the Blues' top goal scorer with 6 strikes and is bursting with confidence playing alongside James Norwood. So there you have it, the Blues starting 11 from the last meeting with Accrington Stanley and where they are now. Can Town keep that unbeaten run going, or will Accrington get one over the Blues again? Follow the game with us on all platforms.